Hey guys, this is my video for the monthly Keto Reviews collab, and I am reviewing a cookie recipe, a sugar cookie recipe. So what I'm doing though is I've actually put my own twist on it, and I'm adding peppermint to the cookie dough, and I'm adding peppermint flavoring extract, and I'm crushing up some little sugar-free Starlight peppermints to put on top. So we're gonna see how they turn out. Don't forget to check out everybody below listed and see what their review is going to be about. Some people are doing recipes, some people are doing actual keto foods that they go out and purchase and give you a taste test review on. Since it is a holiday month, we are allowed to do a recipe. So I'm going to go see how these yummy cookies turn out. I hope they're yummy anyway. Okay, so basically this recipe is pretty much like any normal Christmas cookie or sugar cookie recipe. Except it's keto-fied, and I'm going to link the link below to where I found this recipe. So there's coconut flour, almond flour, erythritol, baking powder, almond extract, vanilla extract, butter, and egg. And then I'm going to make my own twist on it. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to make all the dough without the extracts and then cut it in half and then add the extract, because I'm going to actually do half of this normal sugar cookie and half of this I want to make a peppermint sugar cookie. So I'll add my peppermint extract to my peppermint half. And then I've seen people say like trying to do candy canes and candy in the oven doesn't work too well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these sugar-free mints, these peppermints. I'm going to break them up into really tiny pieces. And when the cookies are almost done, I'll take them out of the oven and sprinkle them on them until they're done, which hopefully it'll be just a few minutes extra to put that on there so they don't melt everywhere. And that way it'll be stuck on top of the cookies. I'm going to try doing it that way. So I'm going to put all of my ingredients into the food processor, which it says use the food processor, but with the amount of ingredients it gives you, I mean, this is not enough. It's not big enough. So I'm going to put it in my bigger blender piece here. And we're going to get it all blended up, and then we're going to roll it out into a tube, basically kind of like the roll you get at the store. And you can roll it out in a thin kind, like if you want to use a cookie cutter. But I didn't feel like doing that. We might do that with the kids when they come down. But this one is basically just roll it up and you're going to slice it. So let's see how it goes. And then since I've got the dough in half here, it was just under 60 ounces for the whole recipe. This whole recipe is only supposed to make 14 cookies. Okay, it's a small recipe. But since I'm doing half peppermint, half sugar cookie, basically 30 ounces each is the amount for half and half. So now I'm going to add the vanilla and almond extract to half and the peppermint extract to the other half. And since I am halving this, I'm going to put half the amount the recipe calls for. Otherwise, it probably would taste a little funny. Okay, so what I did was I did the sugar cookie in the food processor again with the almond flour, with the almond extract and vanilla extract first. And then I used it to do the peppermint because I didn't want the peppermint flavor to contaminate the plain ones, if you know what I mean. So this, I'm going to say it's supposed to make 14 cookies, but these are small little rolls that I've made here, like a little bigger than an egg roll. So they're going to be small cookies. I'm going to have to double check to see how thick I'm supposed to cut them when they're done. But you're supposed to put them in the fridge for a couple hours to chill. And then you can slice it like you do the normal roll that you get like from the grocery store. So these are my vanilla. These are my peppermint. I was going to put food coloring in the peppermint, but I used all my red food coloring for my husband's red velvet cake. So I am just going to, obviously you'll be able to smell it when you pull it out of the fridge, but I'll make sure I keep my peppermint on the left and my vanilla / normal sugar cookie on the right. And if you decide you want to make this recipe and you're going to double it, would probably be a good idea. But I'm going to chill them and then we'll slice them. Okay, so since I'm only going to end up with about 7 of the peppermint cookies, I only took about 3 pieces of my sugar-free peppermint and I put it in my little food processor. It made a lot of racket, but I think it probably turned out better than it would have if I tried to break it up, because I really didn't want huge pieces. So I ended up putting them all in one pan because they're not supposed to spread. We'll see. If they do, they do. I don't really care. But I've still got my peppermint ones on the left, my regular ones on the right, and the normal size when it was supposed to do 14 cookies said 8 to 9 minutes. I don't think it's going to take that long, but I'm going to try doing about 4 minutes, see what they look like since they are very small. They were in there for 8 minutes. They're almost done. So I put some of my crushed up peppermint on the peppermint side and I'll put them back in for a couple more minutes. You guys know how it is, you know, your oven's different than everybody else's. So I figured, obviously the candy I thought was probably going to melt, and it did a little bit, but it's hard to pick up right now. They're just starting to get that little bit of golden on the bottom, so it looks perfect as far as a sugar cookie goes. So we're going to let them cool off. It says to let them cool on the pan, not to put them on a cooling rack like you normally would with the cookies. So we'll see what they're like when they cool off. Okay, so I'm going to taste these cookies. I'm going to just try the plain sugar cookie first. That's good, but right off the bat, I get that almond flour. Sorry, I'm washing clothes. You probably hear my washing machine. I picked this recipe because it had the least amount of almond flour. It had almond flour and coconut flour mixed together, but maybe with the peppermint one I won't taste it as much. It's still good. It still tastes like a sugar cookie, but I still get that almond flour taste in there. I do have a cream cheese slash shortbread cookie that's just like cream cheese and coconut flour and all that. I'm going to try to make that into like a banana pudding, because I used to make that Nacho Mama's banana pudding that Paula Deen had, and I'm going to make my own keto sweetened condensed milk and all that stuff, and I'm going to make that. I'll do a separate recipe for that, but I'm going to try those cookies. They're probably going to be better because they're not going to have the almond flour taste. Alright, so here we go. Here is the peppermint. I'm dropping it on the floor. These are really good. I don't know if the peppermint candy on top helped or not, but I will say it covers up the almond flour. I should have done all that way. I'm sorry. I'm not even paying attention. Where my hand? Alright, so I've got one that I did not put the candy on. I think it was a good idea to put the candy on it. I think it gives a little bit more flavor. These are yummy. Gosh, these are yummy. These are really, really good. I would definitely recommend doing these with the peppermint. And I used, where's my measuring spoon? I used a half a teaspoon. So if you do the whole recipe, I would do a teaspoon of peppermint extract. Maybe a little bit more if you want more. And then I put those candy pieces on a couple minutes before they were done, and it's solidified again now, so it's fine, but they will melt a little bit. But guys, these are so good. I'm so glad how they turned out. They definitely, I prefer the peppermint ones over the regular sugar cookie because it does cover up that little bit of almond flour taste. Now if that almond flour taste doesn't make something seem a little off to you like it does to me sometimes, then you'll like them as a regular sugar cookie, because they do taste like a sugar cookie. And if you were to go and you do the icing on them and stuff, or the frosting, or however you do your sugar cookies, they'll probably taste even better that way. But I love the peppermint idea, so that was a good idea. So go check out all these other ladies listed below and see what they reviewed. Check out their channels, check out their content. You might find somebody else you like to watch. So I hope you guys have a great day, and if you want to be a part of the monthly keto collab, I have the link to that below as well. You can send them a message on Facebook, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys, Merry Christmas.